Hey guys, Tyler here. Decided to throw together another cooking video for you. I'm sorry for the noise in the background. I'm watching, or I've got Jarhead 6's God, Guns, Gear, Politics Episode 2 chat going in the corner over here. I'm going to make seared bacon wrapped chicken. Green beans, potatoes, rice, Velveeta shells and cheese, all kinds of good stuff. So the secret to making canned green beans taste good is to not use the juice. So I'm going to go dump the juice off and dump those beans in, and then I'm going to get a can of water to put on top. Can of water. Now I know that this is a ridiculously big pot to be using for this. I don't even know if you can see the pot. Alright, I think this will work. Pot switch, but there we go. So I'm going to do put some green beans in there. Like I said, you have to get the strain the juice off and then put water in. And I'm doing these first because it is absolutely 100% key that you get your green beans going first. Because the longer they simmer, the less like steel can they will taste. And if you've never had fresh green beans, then you might just think that what canned green beans taste like is what green beans taste like, but it's not. And you're doing yourself a disservice if you're just dumping the can and the juice and everything in together and cooking it and calling that your green beans. Alright, that's good. Put some potatoes in. Something I like to do, guys, is keep a big metal bowl handy, and I just throw my scraps in that. That way you don't have to constantly run to the trash can and stuff while you're working. Alright, so I got some potatoes and green beans. Now I'm going to get some onions. I'm going to do this. Slice it in half and cut one end off and then peel the outer layer off. And then we'll do a little slicey. I really need to get some better kitchen knives. I need to get better kitchen stuff in general. Alright, and get some of those in there. See what that does is it lets you can break that up then, and it gives you these nice little similarly shaped pieces. Alright, and then we gotta take one of these. Hold on here, hold on. Yeah, we got enough. Little chunk of bacon, you know what I'm saying? Oh, bacon makes everything better.
The kids are not here, so I got a Glock 19 here, and I got my phone. And the phone is very important because you got to call it cops.
That's for sure.
Alright.
I got a shotgun in my
Little bacon.
So, and usually,
I'll give this piece to my dog. Caesar, come here.
I'm bring it down, get a lot of it. But I got a shotgun.
He gets pumped when I start cooking. Anyway, and then also, sit. And then we'll put a little bacon in there. Or a little, bacon. A little butter. And salt. Little pepper. Little garlic powder. Little more water. And these can go on the stove. Alright, now this part's going in. So I'm making this Uncle Ben's rice. Stuff is banging, it's easy to make. It says optional. Step 1. Combine rice, contents of seasoning packet, 1 3/4 cup of water, and a tablespoon of butter or olive oil, optional, into a medium saucepan. Stir well. It's not optional. If you want it to taste good, put the butter in, or olive oil, whatever you want to use. I use butter. All right, guys. I'm kind of. This is gonna be a little choppy through this part because I'll keep going over here and stirring all the stuff on the stove. And now seasoning. What's going on here? Go ahead and salt. Now you don't need a lot of salt for these because you got the bacon. And y'all know I love some garlic pepper. I'll throw a little garlic pepper on here. So if you guys haven't watched this, if you've never watched Jarhead 6's chat before, it's good, man. It's a lot of good guys. It's interesting right now because they're talking about the what to do with dead bodies in a WROL, SHTF, Tiatwaki, whatever, end of the world scenario. Like, what are you going to do with all these, with people's bodies? And are you going to use them to send a message, or are you going to respect them, or are you going to burn them, or what are you going to do? Garlic pepper, let's see, so that's salt, garlic pepper, a little chili powder. I like a little heat on everything I make. A little heat, not a lot, don't need to be a lot of heat. A little heat on everything I got. My dog is like over here crawling up my hind end now because I gave him some chunks of chicken and bacon earlier.
I got to wife is home, so I can now leave. So I got half the birthday party. So. Hey, you want to say sorry, man? I was gone for a second. I heard my dog barking, so I had to do a security check. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, you want to say anything? You got anything going on, brother? I will have another political video out tomorrow.
Alright, so
For choosing call to action.
then I'll do a little,
As good as my other one.
I don't need that actually. And then
1964, Ronald Reagan speech,
a little black pepper.
of Barry Goldwater. So that'll be coming out.
Your sniper chat coming up, right?
Yeah, and then next Wednesday we have Rob Furlong, Canadian sniper who's attached to a U.S. military force.
There we go.
Who for some time had the longest kill shot in history. He will be on the show. He is Canadian military with the U.S. He actually got a service medal, which I didn't know we could give those to other.
Now, do we have seasoning? And I'm not skipping stages. Wrap the bacon around, stick a toothpick through it, and then you want to wrap it all the way down your chicken.
Take care, guys. Alright. Hey, sorry guys, I had to get off real quick because I heard my dog barking.
Okay.
I love my dogs, man. They taught me anything, you know what I'm saying? And I looked outside.
Once you get it all the way,
it's like opening something out of his truck or whatever. So you know that the dogs actually work.
like I said, I'll be cutting several sections of this out so that you guys don't have to sit through all the delays of me running and checking other stuff. Now, what you have to try to do when you're wrapping your chicken with your bacon is get a pretty complete covering so that it all cooks at the same speed. And you can really stretch the bacon when you're doing it. Okay. That's it. Alright guys, so here we have got everything going on now. This is the shells and cheese. That's done. All I have to do there is all I have to do is try to keep it warm. My beans are still going. Like I said, you want to cook those the longest of everything. And then the rice is just fluffing up. I just am occasionally getting in there, and so you're supposed to use a fork to do it, but I've got a spoon that I'm using for everything, so there you go. Just put that in there. So that's done. So now all I have to do is cook my chicken. I got my pan heating up here. Chicken, 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 chicken. Alright, anyway. What we got going on now, this chicken's cooking. You want to cook it slow. Because chicken generally cooks pretty fast, but it has to cook. You have to cook through the bacon too. So you want to make sure you get it all sides and cook it slow so it cooks all the way through. The other thing you have to remember is you do not want to cover it. If you cover it, then the bacon will stay soft and soggy and not get nice and crispy. Alright guys, I'll cut back in for the finished product. I'm not going to make you, this is going to be a long process of cooking this, so I'll just cut you guys back in later.